I'm dreaming of the Clare Valley, and I often do, I imagine myself right here. I'm in the gardens of Skilligalee in Seven Hill. It's one of the most iconic establishments in the region and was the first to introduce gourmet dining. But Skilligalee is not resting on its laurels. There are some exciting new experiences to be had. Head chef and second-generation Skilligaleeite Nicola Palmer has added breakfast to the winery and restaurant's already legendary lunchtime offerings.
Breakfast really came from me sitting out having a coffee in the herb garden in spring when the herb garden is just looking absolutely amazing and thinking, why don't I share this with the rest of the world? We should do breakfasts.
Now, it's never too early for a sparkling Riesling in the Clare Valley, particularly if you're matching it with a breakfast of plump grilled sardines. Or perhaps baked eggs with taleggio and baby spinach. Maybe grilled chorizo with a minty apple salad and locally grown chickpeas.
So I think that breakfast here is about, when you're coming to the valley, why not be out around the vines? Why not be sitting out under the olive tree, enjoying the atmosphere and trying something different that's using the local produce from the valley.
And if you're really going to enjoy the region, a stroll across the vineyard will bring you to some very enticing accommodation, Skilligalee House. Like the restaurant, it's a former farmhouse that retains all that country charm, but with a good dose of modern luxury. A lounge with an open fire is exactly what's required for a crisp Clare Valley winter. The house also has a huge open living area looking out onto the views across the vineyards. And 3 bedrooms, making it popular with families, groups of friends and bridal parties in particular. If you're bringing the whole gang, Skilligalee has 2 more cabin-style options just up the hill, still within walking distance to the restaurant and cellar door, so you can keep to yourself in a romantic hideaway or wander down and enjoy the Skilligalee spread and taste their range of wines. You're welcome to sample so you can choose just the right drop to go with lunch. It's one of the rare restaurants and cellar doors in the region that's open for breakfast and lunch 7 days a week.
It's an hour and a half to 2 hours from Adelaide, so that's actually a really good thing because it does mean you need to disconnect a little bit. Some of the regions we can get there in half an hour. It's good for a quick trip, but here you actually need to come and stay the night. You need to unwind, relax, come and breathe it in.
Now, you'd think Skilligalee would be enough work to keep Nicola out of trouble, but you'd be wrong. Together with her partner Warren Duthie, a fellow vino venturer from Killicanoon, a plan's been hatched for an ambitious revamp of this beautiful old hotel at Watervale.
I've been thinking about how to bring the Clare Valley to life for quite a while. We've been looking at accommodation, looking at different types of investments and driving past the Watervale Hotel almost every day on the way to work. And it's always struck me as a place that has been underutilised. It's just been a little bit sleepy, so we thought, let's bring it to life.
So one night they popped in for dinner, chatted to the owner and, oops, bought themselves a pub.
So I don't know if it was a light bulb moment, but it was probably just as much a surprise to us as it was anyone else.
The 2-year project is huge, expanding the usable area of the pub by 4 or 5 times and including a kitchen that can be used as a hospitality training hub and for conducting cooking classes for visitors. Rooms once occupied by the former owners have already been revamped as private dining rooms, while the beer garden still requires a bit of work. And there's one original feature out the back that Warren is threatening to reinstate. This is the hellhole, the old sin bin for unruly drinkers.
I've already applied for changes to the provisions, the Licensing Act. I'd very much like to do that. There's a couple of our regulars that I've got earmarked for the hellhole already.
They've been warned.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic.
In reality, the regulars are already warming to the coming changes. And if you're passing by, pop in and sample the absolutely delicious pub degustation dishes served front bar style. The Watervale is truly a wine lover's pub. It's not unusual to see a couple of the makers propping up the bar of an evening, and when the renovation is finished, the aim is to represent every single producer from the region on the wine list. Now that's certainly a reason to watch this space.